Morning, folks.
Morning, every time. Morning, morning, morning. I suppose we say that because these videos come out in the morning, so good morning. Anyway, we finally made it to Varna. Finally.
We got here last night and we didn't film anything because we weren't sure if we were going to stay. This little bit on Park for Night hasn't got the best reviews because of the noise, because of the cars that come up and down and the people partying till the middle of the night. So we weren't sure. There were people here, they were in their cars, there was a bit of revving, there was a lot of chatter, but it was just people enjoying themselves, just youngsters. Ow. Tom fell asleep at 10 o'clock, I stayed awake until half past 1, because after he went to sleep the big cars came out and there was a lot of revving. There was even fireworks twice that he slept through that I swear were let off about 3 doors up from us. But
anyway, I had a great night's sleep.
And this is the view this morning.
That's not a bad view for breakfast, is it? Nice cup of coffee we had there. Now we're going to go and see the Bulgarian-Russian Monument of Friendship. Well done. That's the first thing we're doing. And
I'm impressed he remembered all of that.
And to be honest, it's been 6 days now. I need a beer. The antibiotics, I'm only having 1 or maybe 2, and some dinner out, and see what Varna's got to offer.
And here's some interesting facts about Varna. Bulgaria's 3rd largest city and the biggest one on the coast. The home of the Bulgarian Navy. With a population of about 400,000 people. It's had everybody here. It's over 6,000 years ago was the first lot of artifacts from settlements that they found here, but it's had the Romans, the Celts, the Greeks, the Turks, even the Vikings have been here. Some amazing architecture. And finally, 20 kilometres of golden sands. Let's go and explore the town. We've made it to a very large monument. Apparently it's abandoned. I'm not sure how you can abandon it apart from there's a lack of upkeep. You can see that already, the steps are all broken and covered over. But a lot of local people use this for fitness. A bit like, is it Rocky? Rambo, Rocky. You run up and down the stairs for fitness. We won't be running, but I will count how many steps it is. So this is the monument to Bulgarian-Soviet friendship. It was built between 74 and 78 to honour the Soviet army in the Russo-Turkish War, because they helped free the country. It's 48 metres wide, 23 metres tall, and so far we've done 163 steps, more to go. But do you get that? Do you get what I mean about the Rocky thing? It's used for recreational exercise, but there is plans in the future to restore the area and turn it into a proper recreational place because it is crumbling. It's made of concrete, it's crumbling. 287.
And we're puffed out. Well, that's a shame. We've come to Varna's main cathedral. We've walked around all 4 sides. And it's shut. It's a shame because it does look magnificent. So I might have told a porky, we did walk around all 4 sides, and just as we were about to leave, there's a little side door here that's open. Claire said that's the giveaway.
Another wow.
And another wow, yes, another wow. It's definitely worth coming round to the 5th side of the square to see this. It's incredible again. These churches, these Orthodox churches, are just so ornate. So this is called the Dormition of the Mother of God Cathedral. I've no idea what the word Dormition means. I'll have a look. So Dormition basically means death resembling falling asleep. There's always time for cake and coffee.
Cheers.
How's the coffee?
Strong. I might need sugar.
That'll keep you awake.
Wow.
So we've just had a really lovely coffee and cake. And Varna is an interesting place. It's got a little bit of culture, a little bit of history, but the coffee culture here, there are more coffee shops than any other shop I've ever seen anywhere. Hang on a tick.
It's not just coffee shops, there's coffee machines, vending machines, on the street, everywhere. Absolutely everywhere.
They like their coffee.
They like their coffee. But the bit I don't get in all of these coffee shops is not one of them's got a toilet. We've been to several. We need to find one with a toilet.
Especially when you're a woman of a certain age.
And a man of a certain age. It's not just me.
See, even outside a public toilet, coffee machine. And another coffee machine right by a school. And another, this one's on the beach. And another coffee machine. I've seen a whole variety of craft stores in my life. Craft beer, craft gin, craft all sorts. But a craft chili sauce shop, that's a first for me. So we've left our lovely little beach park up in Varna. We've now driven to an estate in the middle of Varna. Looks like a big concrete council estate to do washing, the mundane stuff of washing. We've not found the laundrette for about 2 weeks now, so we're running out of socks and pants and all that malarkey. I'm also trying to find a way of how to park here, to pay for the parking. We're parked just on a lump on a corner, but I don't know how to pay for it. There's an app, Varna Parking, so I'll download that in a minute and have a look. But for now, we've got an hour sat here waiting for 3 loads of washing to do and some drying, and then we're on our way to Nessabar. So we are going to that spit of land at the end there. This whole area is called Nessabar, but as we came round the corner, I said to Claire, looks just like Portland, and now all I can see is trees. Hang on a minute. See what I mean?
For those that know, this is a slightly different variation of coming over Dorchester Ridge.
So we've got to Nessabar World Heritage City. We've just got to go across the old town and onto the spit of land where we're going to spend the next night or two. We're not really sure yet.
Don't know, see what it's like.
So, across the little causeway, which I guess is man-made, onto the old Nessabar town. So this is a map of Nessabar. We came up over the causeway. You can't go through this gate because it's down only. It's one way that's out of the town. And then we came all the way along the seafront. And we're parked about here near a church. It's not a very big island.
It is 850 metres long, 350 metres wide.
And we went for a walk last night to try and find something to eat. There's not a lot open, but we did find a lovely restaurant, St John the Baptist Hotel with a restaurant, and it was over, I think, by this church. I think it's about here somewhere. It's
there. We kind of walked up here-ish, got lost, came over here. We walked past a lot of churches. There are a lot of churches here. That's all I know.
And on this tiny little spit of land, there are 14, yes, 14 churches and basilicas. That would have kept people busy on a Sunday morning. And this is the church of St Michael and Gabriel. And from St Michael and Gabriel's church, literally 30 feet away, is another church. This one is Saint, well, I'll let you pronounce that for yourselves. Another stunning little chapel. So this is the church, the Domination of Theotokos. We had a look inside, it was wonderful, but they have asked no photographs or video, so we didn't. Again, it was beautiful in there. St Paraskeva's church, built in the 13th century, the oldest one we've found so far. And with the seagulls screaming in the background, and the man who deliberately stood in the way just gone, this is the church of St. Todor. And this is the church of St. Sophia, the largest one we've seen so far. Another stunning little church with beautiful views. This one is called the Holy Saviour Church. So this is the Basilica of the Holy Virgin Alusa. I'm not sure who Alusa is, we'll find out. Built in the 5th century. And behind it is Sunny Beach. Have I got that right?
Yes.
Sunny Beach. We drove through there on the way here, and it was full of Blackpool lights. And if you like Blackpool, it's absolutely fine. Full of arcades, shovels, spades, people selling Heineken, and that's about it. So we spent last night in a little car park down here on the gravel, just behind that tower, but wasn't Claire's favourite place.
No, you might be able to see the skid marks on the gravel down there from the donuts that the guys were spinning, and one of them was quite good and controlled, one of them really wasn't, and he got about a metre from our bed. I know it's a free car park, I know we're in their playground, but it wasn't the way I wanted to sleep last night, and I was very worried that we were going to get hit, so we will be moving tonight.
Nessabar Old Town is a beautiful little place. Cobbled streets, trees, all the buildings look original. There's nothing kind of new here. It is really, really pretty. Hello and good morning.
Good morning, folks.
We are leaving Nessabar this morning. We've been here for 3 nights. The last 2 actually were really quiet, which was lovely. We were going to head to Turkey this morning, but we've kind of stumbled a little bit. We're going to be another 2 days in Bulgaria.
Yep.
We need to do research about Wi-Fi and that sort of stuff.
Yeah, we're a little bit underprepared. There is winging it, but there is also the fact we're about to lose data on our contracts. So.
And we've got so much data on our mobile phones at the moment that we thought we'd spend 2 days working, actually earn some pennies for you and get some videos loaded.
Yep.
And try and find somewhere, probably on the Georgian border for Christmas. About a month away now. So we're going to do a month across Turkey, we think. We'll have a couple of days in an Airbnb or something in Georgia. Explore Georgia, Azerbaijan, Armenia for about a month, 6 weeks.
Yep.
And then 2 months back across Turkey. So that's the plan. But we need to do some planning. And we've done none. So 2 days of work now. First thing, water. Get some water, empty the rubbish, all that malarkey.
Shopping,
and a bit of shopping.
Water.
So yeah, but I'm going to miss this place. It is a beautiful, beautiful view this morning. Incredibly clear. We had a big old thunderstorm yesterday for only about half an hour, and you couldn't see halfway across, let alone all the way. But yeah, it's lovely this morning, but it's cold. It's about 8-9 degrees this morning out here, and we stood here in t-shirts and shorts, you know, just telling you how lovely it is. It's bloody cold. So off to the next bit. So we went and emptied our wastewater, we filled up with fresh water, we went shopping, and then drove to a little place called Pomerie, which is literally 20 minutes away from Nessabar. And there we just sat for a couple of days trying to work out what we're going to do. The next video segment will be Claire telling you about decisions about Azerbaijan, but the big decision we made was to go back to Bucharest to get my injection for my rabies. We thought 5 hours there, we can be in and out of hospital in no time, we can see the Christmas market, all that sort of stuff, and 5 hours back to the Turkish border with Bulgaria. We thought that was probably better than trying to go into Istanbul or Ankara and to try and get to a hospital, try to explain what had happened to me and what injections I wanted. We could have wasted 2 or 3 days. We could be going from hospital to hospital, being bounced around. So we decided to sit by the beach, watch the sunset, go for a little walk along the beach. That's all we did really. And then back to Bucharest.
I'm an over planner, and I've had various members of my family take the mickey at me for being an over planner.
Oh yes.
So these days I tend to go with the flow. I do some research, but I prefer to go with the flow. we're sat here in Bulgaria. We're about to lose our unlimited data before when we go into Turkey. So I'm doing a bit of research because I can't go any further. So Turkey, Georgia, Azerbaijan and Armenia. I've got as far as Azerbaijan. Now, as a lot of you know, Tom wears shorts and has done for 3 years. He hasn't worn trousers. You've worn them once when we went to a posh restaurant, actually. But in Azerbaijan, it's very frowned upon for even men to wear shorts outside of Baku. So that's problem number 1. Problem number 2 is you can't take a drone in. So we were already trying to work out how to deal with that. Problem number 3 is the road border, because you can't drive between Armenia and Azerbaijan. That is shut and fighting and things going on. But from Georgia into Azerbaijan, we thought the border was open. Apparently it's still shut from COVID, but it may or may not be opening in January, and by the time we've gone through Turkey and Georgia, that would be fine, but I can't find all of the information, so still doing the research. On visas, we need a visa and it's £70 or something, and we need to print the visa out, which we haven't got a printer with us. But I've just found the thing, we're not going to Azerbaijan. Apparently it's illegal to drive a right-hand drive vehicle in Azerbaijan, so that we cannot get around. We can't move the steering wheel from one side to the other, so we're not going, which I am actually quite gutted about. But
you weren't that fussed about going, but now you can't go.
I really want to go.
So I think we're going to spend a little bit longer in Armenia, because that looks incredible there.
The more things we see about Armenia, the more the history there just looks amazing. So Armenia it is.
Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Bulgaria really was just a very quick couple of weeks. We should have spent longer. We will spend longer another time. Please click that like button. Every like, every comment really helps the algorithm push us to other people. That helps us. And join us next time as we finally get to Turkey. You don't like holding it up, do you?
No.